Hello. You need to unmute yourself.
Hello, hi Kevin.
Mm. Hey, how are you? First name, Brittany?
I'm well. It's Brittany.
Brit.
Thank you for having me.
I'm good. Thank you. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Are you a mother?
I am a mother.
All right. So what did I get wrong?
I don't think you've gotten anything wrong. Um, I am a single mother, so divorced and one child. Um, and I think that honestly, I've made the decision that I'm going to um I guess wait for the guy who wants me. And I'm not sure if that's the right position to take or not. Um, I understand that my value may be lower now, but um,
So let me ask
ultimately,
you. Let
I
me ask you a question. Let
want
me
to
ask you a
be
question.
wanted.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. If a
Okay.
grocery store is trying to, a grocery store has milk. Okay. And they have
Right.
milk that is going to expire by a certain date. Do they put that milk in the back of the cooler, or do they put it up front?
Oh, they put it up front.
Do they also tend to run sales and things like that and help make traffic go back there for it to be found?
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
if you're that milk, why are you sitting in the back waiting? E-
I just
ego,
honestly,
ego,
I
ego,
feel
because
like
you want to feel wanted. You want to feel something. I get it, but you're the milk. Check your ego at the
I am.
door.
Yeah. I get it, and I maybe I'm saying the wrong things, but I feel like that's kind of why I want someone who would want me, and maybe a high
Let me
value
stop you
man
right
may
there. Let
not.
me stop you right there. Before they could want you, they gotta find you.
Okay. What?
See, we've
Okay.
told too many black women that see, are you a Christian?
I am a
See, let me
Christian.
tell you,
Yes,
this
sir.
is what did happen. God gonna work it out. Wait on the Lord. God gonna send you the right. That is not what God has told us. This prosperity preaching has destroyed the church. It has made Christian women passive. Jesus ain't your husband. Boaz didn't go knock on Ruth's door, did he? No,
No,
she was out
mother-in-law
work.
told
She was
me.
out working, and then he hepped
Yes,
up on her. Right? She
yes,
was up
sir.
front with the rest of the damn milk.
If I up front or put myself out there, would I looked at as being fast or something? Because I am a Christian, and what I was
Hold on,
taught.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be found.
Okay.
How are you? Okay, you how
Okay.
old?
I'm
So do
34.
me a favor, take me off Bluetooth or speakerphone, cause we're getting.
Okay, I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Let me fix that.
Okay. See, while she's
Okay.
fixing that, we've done this to a lot of our Christian sisters. Told them just to wait on the Lord. The Lord's going to send you something. And as somebody who was deep in the church, taught the three different singles ministries, I had to stop because I'm like, I saw the modern church destroying too many women. They're waiting. But the thing is,
Yeah.
single women go to church regularly and pay tithes and offerings.
Hmm.
That's what your money and but ain't no men in church. To answer your question, you're 34 and your child is how old?
He's 2.
Okay, and were you married or were you
I was married. Yes, sir.
okay? And how long have you been divorced?
A year.
How long were you guys married?
Just about 4, coming up on 4 years.
Did you go through divorce care and therapy and stuff after that?
I did with my church, and I also did separately, just
All right.
a normal
Yeah, yeah.
therapist.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the next question, how tall are you?
Hmm. I'm 64 inches or 5'4".
Dress size?
I don't know. I'm 140. I kind of could go in between a 6 and an 8.
So,
I'm
okay, so before coronavirus with a 2-year-old, how active of a social life do you have?
well, that's I'm about to say church,
And ain't no
and
men in church.
no men in church. I'm
Uh,
about to say singles
Ain't
ministry.
no men in singles. Yeah, I
Um,
taught singles ministry for
and
three
just
different churches. Only men in church are old men and gay guys.
oh my goodness,
So again,
and just
if you are a
mhm,
product, how are the men that are gonna find you? And do you even know what they? Here's the thing: how are the men going to find you if you're even what they want? And then are you what they want? How do you know what they want?
I just how would I know what they want?
See, yeah,
Just
do okay. Here's different questions. Are you up front
okay,
to be found if you're what they want? Are you what they want? And how do you know what they want? See, those questions never get asked for black women. We're just supposed to sit there and men are supposed to come scoop you up. No, you got to know what the men. Okay, if you were trying to sell something, did you go to
mhm.
college?
Yes, sir.
You have a corporate, you have a job?
I do. I'm a contracts attorney.
Okay, a contract attorney, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right.
Mhm.
So you have to advocate for your position in your career, right?
Yeah.
How are you advocating for your position as a wife? See, black women can go to college and go get degrees and everything else, but when it comes to finding a man, y'all get game goofy and dumb. Because number one,
Yes,
you don't
it's true.
understand men. 80% of us,
Mhm.
80% of kids were raised without fathers. Do you even know men? Do you know high value men? Do you know what they want? Do you know what they're looking for? Are you that? And if you know what they want, what they're looking for, and you are that, how do they find you?
Okay.
Those are the questions you got to answer.
Okay.
So the first question, do you know what men want?
Um, I thought I did. I'm from a two-parent home, and I thought, black high value guys want
But you spend most of your
a
time
woman from
around
a good
women.
home.
But you spend most of your time around
Sir,
women. But you spend most of your time around women.
I do. I
Well,
guess that's the
then
church world.
exactly. I know you
Yeah.
spend most of your time around women, and women telling each other what men want, and all of them are single. You can be from a two-parent
True.
household, but
Mhm.
I don't know why you and your husband split. Who filed?
I filed, but
On what grounds?
I guess it's irreconcilable differences. And the reason I filed is, I'm gonna be honest, and he didn't want me, didn't want the marriage, and the advice I had gotten through counsel is, Brittany, you don't have to wait around for him to do it. He's obviously left the marriage. I'm just being honest. And so it took me a while to get to that point, but he had left the marriage and
Had he left the marital home?
yes.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. But so I'm all right. It is
mhm.
not normal for men to walk away from situations like that. Why? You're his wife and the mother of his child, right? Hello.
He no longer wanted to go to
Okay,
therapy.
hold on.
So,
You broke
the
up. Hold on.
advice,
Stop, 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 stop. I couldn't hear you. After I asked the question, I didn't hear anything. I said, why did he walk away from it?
oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're the mother of his child
Yes,
and his
sir.
wife. Why did he leave the marriage?
He did not want to be married. And from what I know, sir, he said, he had been married before
Okay.
and he did not. I did all of the right things. So I thought, you're married, older. and he said that he had been married before. He did not want to waste any time. And, he did,
Why
he
is he
said it
with another?
wasn't
Okay,
working.
stop. Is he with another
Yes, sir.
woman?
Not that I know. I mean,
Okay,
not that I
so I
know
need
of.
to. So you're still not telling me that as a wife, you got a definitive answer from your husband as to why he's leaving.
He said this is not it. I mean, I'm telling you what
Okay,
I
this
know.
is this is not okay. But again, Brittany, listen.
Yes, sir.
You're an attorney.
I know it.
So
I
when he
know.
said this is not it, where did you ask him what that meant? What is not it? What's the problem? How can we fix it? What's going on here?
Hmm.
Did any of that stuff happen?
Yes, sir. I mean, I asked, all of the questions you asked, but you know, I'm telling you what he's told me, and he
Okay.
just didn't want to work on it. And
So the way you're telling this is
mhm.
everything was fine from after the day I got married. Everything was just fine. Then all of a sudden he said it's just not it.
No,
Okay, so
and I'm not
and there. See, here's the thing.
okay.
Women tend to not be very forthcoming. There, when things started to go awry, you're not an unintelligent woman. What happened between the time you start noticing the problem to the time he said it's not it?
Well, like I said, trying to get the counseling, and I'm not trying to paint him in any particular light, but I think a lot of it was he had been married before, and he's like, I know what, being in love is. I know what it takes to make a marriage work, and this is just not going to work.
Okay,
So this is, and, the advice I
okay.
have received
I
from
mean, but who gave you that advice?
my therapist. I had a secular therapist, and I
Was it
was
a female
also
or a
going
male?
a
Of
female.
course,
And I'm sorry,
of
sir.
course, of course they
I
did.
had a black male.
Well,
We had a black male
here,
as a couples counselor,
here's the
and then
thing. Ultimately, what I'm trying to get to is I'm not trying to
okay,
put this at any fault on you. I'm just trying to find out the answer. When
yeah,
somebody's in a relationship with you, one of the questions I often ask, if I asked your ex what it was like to be with you, what would they tell me? If the marriage didn't work and you can't tell me why it didn't work, how would you know what to work on? Um,
I,
the net of it, there's a lot going on here, and the net,
yeah,
and you sound like you're very passive. When I say put yourself out there to be found, I don't want to be fast to this or that. Let me just cut to the chase because I got other calls to get to.
sure.
Do you ever have to go to trial?
In this position, no, I'm strictly transactional.
Right, but in law school you had to do mock trials, stuff like that, right?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Life is blood sport. You're being too passive with your love life. This is blood sport. All is fair in love and war. And many of our Christian women sit back and throw their hands up and put it in God's hands. You're gonna die alone. Let me just cut to the chase. This passive way of going through life, I don't know why we got a divorce. I couldn't figure it out. He just left and da da da. And every question I ask is like, I don't. But see, you still by yourself.
Yeah.
And if every black man in this country got married today, there'd still be 2 million more of y'all. You got to get more active about trying to figure out what happened, what you need, what men need, and figuring it out. Because at 34, it sounds like I'm talking to a woman who's in her late teens, early 20s.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can sound really nice and sweet and Christian and everything else, but I'm telling you, man, it's blood sport out here. And the net of it is, are you there to be found? Are you what they want? How do you know what they want? You can't answer those questions.
All right. I will keep on listening to your
Uh, coaching will be
yeah.
good for you. Coaching will be a
Okay.
good idea because, like I said, so many of our Christian sisters have just been put into a passive standpoint. Thanks for joining. I've been put into a passive standpoint to where, you know, a good attorney like that, she's worth a lot of tithes and offerings to the church. She nice and single. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Brittany be good for their collection plate. But I'm telling you, ladies, that your non-black women are not this passive. One of the things y'all don't like about Becky is Becky will go after her man. Becky's been taught, you better go get a husband. You better study Kris Jenner. Drop the weight, you're bad for the brain. You better study these other women. They don't sit back saying, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant for me. No, that's why so many sisters are alone right now. And that's why so many sisters, when you're calling in here, you're so far away from what the men you say you want. Passive and entitled is not a good combination. Can't nobody tell you nothing. I had Crystal Carson on the other day. She's going to be on Wednesday. And when she said, even when she's talking to some of her women, having a difficult conversation, just helping them get fit. Again, your looks and your weight tell men what you think they deserve. What do you think you're walking around telling men you think they deserve when you're 200 pounds? And who's buying it? See, the ability to hook up and have sex and have a short-term relationship, have a boyfriend, that's one thing. But if ain't nobody going to put a ring on it, it's pointless. All right, time to get up out of here. In the morning, I got to go shoot this interview at the Roommates podcast.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend Kevin Samuels. May his soul rest in peace, and he did a great job. He did a fantastic job, and I think if you are watching his content on a daily basis, I think you're going to be learning a lot watching his content. It is full of wisdom, it's dope, it's full of knowledge, and so much so you should be enjoying it on a daily basis. Let's help to keep his legacy and his message alive for those that have not been born yet, because the message is that deep. If it is missing, I think we've lost a lot. Now, talking about this lady in this conversation, I think there is something that this lady is not telling us about. I think there is some lies somewhere. I mean, and sometimes women influence women into making bad decisions, because she said when she was going through her counseling period, I mean, when they were having issues, the counselor told her to leave, formalize it, because the man already left, right? Now you left and you don't know how to even find a man. The man that left home didn't file for divorce. I mean, he didn't file. So what is your proof that he left? It could be that something was wrong with him. I'm just saying, even if we are using whatever the lady just said as the truth and we are judging on that, if the man left you, there should be some formalization or some, something to show that he filed, but you filed. So I think there is something that this lady is not telling us. There is some truth somewhere. And I think she realized how, the information the counselor gave her has hurt her, because now she's frustrated. And I think she's not a woman that is out there that has dated that much. So she's kind of confused. And the message that has been presented to them in the church is that you're special and God will find you a husband. So just keep praying to Jesus and Jesus will get you a husband and all those things. You're special. Someone that deserves you, someone that wants you, someone that deserves you. The word they mostly use is deserve. When something happened between a woman and a man and there is breakup, they always try to make it look like the woman is a prize and someone that deserves you will come in for you. So when they say someone that deserves you, it means you are a price of a prize. When in reality, you may be probably an average woman with average looks, with average income, average skill, everything putting together being average. But they'll say these things to keep your ego level high, because she said she wants a man that wants her. So the fact that she has that mindset tells you that she thinks that she's special, and a man will come searching for a baby mama that is 34 years old. No, you have to sell yourself out there. Even single women that don't have kids are still competing and selling themselves out there. So if you think that you're special and a man will come looking for you, it's not going to happen. Probably the first husband, she got it just without putting in any type of effort. So she still think that she can date the same way she dated when she was babyless and also young, fertile, and all those things. No, it doesn't go that way. It is different right now that you have kids and your age has gone up, 34 years old. Most men will rule that out when they hear that you're 34 and you have a kid. Even the age alone is a red flag to most men. Like Kevin Samuels always says by himself, he don't date women that are over 30 years old. So if he's 51 years old and he don't date women that are over 31 years old, 30 years old, that tells you a lot about man nature, right? When a man has it together, they finally choose what they want and they don't tend to choose women that are older. So be sitting there saying you are looking for a man that is looking for you or that wants you, thinking that you are a prize and all that. No, you are not. You're just an average woman. No matter how you look, you have a kid and you're 34. And I always say something, marriage over 30 years old is rescue mission. So you should be praying for someone to come rescue you and not thinking that someone will be wanting you like you just some kind of prize that the person has to win. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe to the channel. Like I always say, stay tuned, stay focused. And until we meet in the next one, I'm out and peace.